So this week, Deep South canceled again, unfortunately, but we're racing something else. Got some tires there dry after I prepped them and cleaned them. Well, cleaned them and prepped them. But we'll be working with our sponsor, Classic RC Company, this weekend. I'm gonna be racing a stock stadium truck at the, I think it's called Battle on the Beach or Battle on the Coast or something. This is an old Kyosho RT6. It's been discontinued for a couple years now. Can't hardly find parts for them. That's way out of date, but we're gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna go through the shocks. I don't even know what oil's in them right now. We're gonna rebuild them. We're gonna set ride heights. I wanna get some kind of way to do a spring smasher for these RC cars so we can get load numbers off of them. But we're gonna go through setup, caster camber toe, of course your ride height, shock angles, that kind of thing. And I'm gonna rebuild this diff. It was kind of making some weird noises last time I went to the track. But yeah, we'll see. We'll crack this sucker open and see what's going on with it. I don't have a whole lot of time to make a video, but the carburetor's off. It's getting sent out. There is a leak where this shaft goes through, causing a hiss and a really weird idle. Runs fine, like at RPM, but at idle, it's got a very lean condition. So I'm getting it sent out, not to Stealth, somebody else. They're going to either replace that or put a bushing in there. They're gonna do some work on this base plate. All right, so I just pulled my plastic nose support out. This one, it's rough. I'm gonna keep it as a spare though, because you can heat these up with a torch and actually kind of work them. They will never be perfect again. I mean, this one's pretty far out of whack, but we have new ones in from Speedway, so we're gonna put those on. So I'm gonna use that as a template to know where I need to make my notches and where to cut it, and kind of just go through mounting a nose again. We picked everything up already, but we have been out here at B&T all day through the rain and sunshine. I'm burnt. So I'm a little sunburnt today, but so our canopy failed during the rain and windstorm we had, but I'm running stock truck. Manny's running stock truck and gas truck. I TT'd first round of stock truck. We're getting ready to run the second round. Not touching this car ever. I don't even know what shock oil's in it. Just throwing tires on it and putting a battery in it and ripping it. Not too bad for a 10-year-old truck. So I don't know if we're gonna run these whole shots in a soft compound, or we're gonna throw on some J Concepts, what are these called? Forgot the name. Sprinters, that's right. These Sprinters, they got a smaller grouping pin, but these are in the super soft. So I don't want to go too soft on tire compound. The car be squirrely with the sidewall and everything, but yeah, we'll see. Gas truck, first round, kept flaming out on him. I put a good tune on it. Engine's still breaking in, still really rich. He was complaining. There he is, marshaling. That he didn't have enough power, but it's rich right now because we're just trying to flush all that stuff out from breaking that piston and sleeve in. Yeah, that's what we got going on today. So Jake is at the house swapping motors off our engine stand, working on building his motor for his car. Strickland got his bomber running with carburetor, and he needs to put in a radiator and all the coolant lines, but it's running. Got a 4412 on it. It was a little gummed up. I told him to put some fishing line through his accelerator pump, like sprayers, because I guess one was clogged. Cleaned it up good, and so you should see both bombers racing here soon. Manny in the all green. got going on here?
Hey, you want to hear the good news?
What's up?
We're
Top qualifier.
I am?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yep.
You want to hear some more good news?
What's up?
This crankshaft's in spec. We're good to put it all together.
It is.
Yeah, I got it worked out.
All right, so
200,000th of an inch clearance.
and that's the thickness of.
That's so when we
it
torqued
come
it
with
down.
that?
Yeah, so we torqued it. So I had to buy this like $5, but you put a little piece of it on there, snip it on there, and then you can torque down the head bolts or the crankshaft bolts, main caps, and you just weigh it from right there. 200,000th of an inch.
Huh.
Right where we need to be.
When you were talking about this is a one piece
This is a two-piece crankshaft.
or two piece? Yeah, because it's got the. Okay. Makes sense. Well, did you get the honing tool? Are we going to do that like Dingleberry hone thing?
You didn't get it.
Didn't get it. You know
Well,
what though?
We'll just break it in with some shit
Some
oil.
self-clearance.
Yeah, we'll just let it.
You know, actually, I need an oil change.
Oh, with the carbon fiber?
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
What?
I watched him put these. I watched him like make them on a computer, and he was like, "I'm gonna put these in here and see if Matt notices."
You like that no bubble action, dude?
It's not fluorescent though.
Hey man, I couldn't figure that one out.
You couldn't like tell them.
I did. I didn't put none of those on.
You just
that
got
one.
numbers. That's it.
There's numbers, and then Hickson's gonna be making his shit.
Stuff.
I put out
Ski dudes and
$0.
0 fucks.
Dude, he didn't put ski doos on my car. I just got 0 fucks on mine.
Because that's what he's sponsoring you with. He's just giving him the
I'm
stickers.
I'm
He's not
actually
paying.
just using
Oh.
it. I'm just getting him advertising.
Oh.
I told him I was like, you know, there's really nothing that is worth paying for this car.
Mm.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you even got a transponder pouch?
You know the deal.
And you're only gonna be racing at Baker? They don't have
Hey
transponders
man,
there.
I'm going deep south.
Yeah, we are going to Deep South, brother.
They don't run these at deep south.
Or no,
Not
not at Northwest Florida Speedway. They don't have a
Hey.
timing system.
You gotta be there for deep south, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Here's
Sometimes
my
they'll just
spark
give it
plug
to you.
wires.
Okay, what'd you get? You got the Street, whatever.
Street Fire, you know, they're MSD. I'll take that.
They're not my $500
Hell
multi-fires.
no, they are not.
Oh, you got ARP bolts and studs. Okay. What's this right here? The Durabond.
These are called crankshaft or camshaft bearings that are not necessary.
Why not?
I don't have the ability to put those in.
Why do you need to heat it up and get it in?
I don't have the tool to pull them out.
Oh, so we're just using the old stuff.
Yeah, which is fine.
Okay, we got assembly lube. Well, we'll just put a bunch of assembly lube on it and beat that camshaft through with a sledge, right?
Here is,
Oh, the racing oil pan. Okay.
and there is our 106 LSA camshaft. Gonna have it sound like a lumberjack out there and just chopping.
Okay. IMCA legal, right?
Yep, it's a
For a hobby stock or something?
Yeah, it's a hobby stock.
Then these are the heads. These are double humps. We'll just take a Dremel and grind them down. I think we can run double humps. I just don't think you can run Vortec
You
heads.
can't run Vortec head. That's where I think Strickland's gonna have some issues, is because he's got Vortec heads.
No, those are swirling heads.
Oh, those are
They're the same junk heads we got here and here. They're the same ones. He's got like this same motor sitting right there.
well, he can have that one.
Well, this could be my modified motor
Oh, true.
for next year.
Just
We'll
fix
put
it.
aluminum heads on it. Yeah, we'll pour it out a little bit. Who knows? Then these are
That's my oil pan
oil
gasket.
pan gaskets. Okay.
I went ahead and pulled this dipstick tube out because we don't
Yeah,
need
you
it
just
when
need
we're
a blocker,
going.
dude.
Dang.
That pan blocks it.
I drove 47 seconds faster on the second.
Dude, you're getting better.
You know what's even better? I'm not lasting both my races.
Yeah. Oh, you found my torque wrench?
Yes,
He
sir.
didn't know where it
I
was, and I
I
was
didn't
like,
want to dig through anything.
Well, I mean, I bring it to the racetrack to torque the lug nuts down.
He
It's
doesn't-
probably
he doesn't know
somewhere.
Well, we
It
didn't
was
go
in
last
Wait,
year.
why do we got 3 intakes? Oh, the other one was to the other. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I put it while I was moving, doing freaking weird checkers.
All right, so you're gonna put your caps on your crank right now.
Yeah, we're gonna take the crank back out and then put the assembly lube on it, and then we're gonna torque them back down to 35, then 55, then 65. Boom, 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 boom.
Foot pounds.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
I watched a couple videos.
YouTube University.
That'll get you anywhere.
3 dots, arrow going forward. 2 dots, 1 dot. Look at that. I'm supporting.
It ain't rocket science.
It is for you.
Who?
You.
Who was the one that got all this stuff sorted out?
Me just ordered shit.
Well, yeah. Thank you, Rock Auto.
This whole car
Hey,
is
sponsor
sponsored. Yeah, it's sponsored by Rock Auto. Well, my carburetor got there yesterday. Hopefully he gets it out to me Monday. Other than that, we're just waiting on the carburetor for the late model. She's ready. I did get a call from the Overton family. I'm making these carbon fiber mud covers. You can tell here. I'm making some of these. I'm making my spoilers stuff and air cleaner top plates and some air deflectors. I'm making it for the Overton family racing, and they're also putting a car together for Kyle Busch. And hopefully some of my stuff ends up on that car that they're making for Kyle Busch, and I will buy back the mud covers or whatever they run on that car if he can autograph them and send them back. That would be awesome. All right, so I know this video is kind of a little bit jumpy, but we raced that RC race this past weekend. Jake started putting this motor together. We got some pistons in, but he's gonna end up pulling them. He's got new pistons and rods coming in. He said something about he saw some wear on one of the, I guess, piston skirts and that he didn't like. I just think he's been a little bit picky. This claim on this motor is like $1,000 or $1,500, and he has definitely surpassed that. So everything in this block is going to be brand new besides the block itself. And this is a bomber, okay? I think he's overdoing it a little bit. I would have just ran the motherfucker because you're racing for $150. So, I don't know. If anything, we'll do this year in the bomber. We'll throw him in a pure stock or factory stock next year. And he would definitely be able to use the same motor. Maybe change the cam. And I think he'll be fine. Today, I'm working on new fuel lines because these ones are not E85 rated, come to find out. So these are like methanol and gas rated, but it strictly says on Speedway's website, no E85 in the description. But the title says methanol, like applicable, right? And so you would think that E85 would work with it, but I guess not, I don't know. But if you look in there, you don't see this white kind of plastic corrosion. I believe it's a corrosion barrier, unlike this line here. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. I mean, this was cheap. Like, this was stupid cheap line. It was kind of questionable if it was good or not when I was building them. But this stuff, again, on eBay, this whole kit was like $100. Came with a bunch of AN fittings, but we're assembling it right now. I just got one end on. This goes from the fuel pump. And then this is going to come up. I need to put a straight fitting on there. And this is going to go into the fuel log. My carburetor has been sent out. They didn't replace the throttle shaft, which I don't know, I'm a little iffy on. And he didn't get a chance to dyno it. So I pretty much just got a rebuilt carburetor. They said my jets were wrong, and they did some work on the base plate. But other than that, it's fresh rebuild. They said I had some gunk in it from Stealth. So the guy that's doing this work on this carburetor worked for Stealth. I guess he kind of like helped build Stealth to where they are now. And they backdoored him on a deal. He was supposed to like buy the company or whatever. I don't know the full backstory. But he's working out of his own shop now, doing all this work. He put the carburetor on his mill and kind of just cleaned everything up and made sure everything's good. Changed the jets out and kind of just re-baselined everything. So I didn't really touch anything on that carburetor when I put it on. It's kind of upsetting that I got gunk in there. Maybe it was from me swapping fuel pumps around. I don't know. And I crank the car every like 3 days. So it doesn't really like make sense to me. I don't think it's the base race fuel that I was running. I've got a mix between base and Renegade now, so I don't really think it's the fuel. I don't run any crazy additives. I don't put like nitro in there or anything, or straight ethanol. But I don't know. I'm kind of clueless. That's why it got me leading to maybe something in these fuel lines was getting sent there. That's why I'm just redoing them. It's cheap insurance, and it kind of needed to be done anyways. Because I really wasn't comfortable running these ones. These just press-on ones. After watching some videos, I've seen cars with these fail, where they'll blow off. I mean, I'm not running that crazy high PSI, but you never know. I mean, these kind of went on hard, but pretty easily compared to others. And these lines, like I said, were pretty freaking cheap. So I'll just keep them. We'll use them on the Bomber when we do new fuel lines on it. And making new fuel lines isn't hard at all, really. Basically, you use masking tape. You cut it where you need it. And then you peel back your braid around it so you can stick in. So you can stick this guy around. This goes around the center section, that white stuff. I need to peel back this braid, but this conical seal sits on it. You have this already on. You slide this up, but not over it just yet. And then this just sits. You fit it in there, and then you slide this up, you tighten it down, and it kind of like sucks this through, expands everything, and locks everything into place. So they're pretty simple to do. I kind of learned how to do this when I was getting my AMP license. But yeah, let me do this. We'll get it installed, and we'll see how it mocks up. All right, so fuel filter has been rebuilt. I didn't really see too much stuff in there. So I got the new fuel line made. Now, I need to start working on setup. I got to change some stuff on this right front here, right rear, and kind of move some barriers around. Looking at my notes from last year, I'm trying to develop like more of a baseline when we go to a larger track like Deep South. So Baker, they claim it's like a 1/4 mile. I feel like it's a little bit bigger, maybe not a 3/8, but it's a tad bit bigger than a 1/4, because then they also claim that Tri-County is a 1/4 mile. I feel like that's like a 1/5 mile, if anything. So a little smaller, tighter tracks, really short straightaways. So some stuff needs to get changed from, track to track, of course, but a lot of stuff I feel like needs to get changed from racing at Tri-County versus Deep South. Well, happy Thursday, everyone. Pre-race day, out here working. Carburetor did not make it back today, so it's going to be very tight tomorrow. We have a kind of like a resiliency day thing at work, so hopefully I can dip out early or on time so I can beat the traffic and get the car loaded with the carb on it. So just got done putting some of this stuff. This is Muck Off Premium Anti-Fog Treatment. This helmet fogged really, really bad. I always got to leave it cracked, and then my contacts were annihilated after the race. So got some of this stuff, just applied it. We'll see how that works. It's got the attachments for that blower. I think that's the next thing I want to get, is a blower, and then I got brackets I can mount it to and everything, but I actually think that's for roof supports. But anyways, that's what's going on with that. It was really crappy last race. That's why you see a lot of mud caked in there too. I got to get out, but anyways, gonna leave this tear off on. For transport, we'll put some new ones on at the track.